What's going on, guys? It's DexMax here, and in today's video I want to just kind of play around with this minor control deck and also talk about the Knight in the current meta. So we've been seeing Knight rise in popularity now because before the Executioner update, when Executioner was really strong, you saw Knight because it was basically a hard counter to Executioner. And now people are running a lot of Musketeers and Bowlers and just a lot of that stuff. So Knight can kind of act as a really good support troop killer along with Ice Golem. So in this minor control deck, we actually use Knight and Ice Golem, which is a little bit unusual. You usually see one or the other. But since this is a control deck, you kind of want to have a lot of those mini tanks so you can take out their big troops with your Inferno Tower. So yeah, basically that's all that I really have to say about this deck. Obviously, the Miner and Rocket are your main win conditions, but other than that, your defensive troops are Inferno Tower, and like I just mentioned, Ice Golem and Knight are really good tanks. So I'm just going to be playing in this Grand Challenge today once again. I'm 6 and 2 losses, so hopefully we can win like 3 or 4 battles and hopefully not lose. But our first battle against Jessica, we start out with a Knight and Musketeer. And I want to start with Musketeer because I think that Knight is a better defensive card, and he's actually playing Elite Barbarians in this deck, which is really interesting because after the Elite Barbarian nerf, it really decreased in popularity. So we're gonna send in our Miner, and hopefully our Musketeer can get a couple shots off. Looks like it will, which is really nice. And she does lock onto the Ice Golem, but we still did get like 4 or 5 shots off. And looks like he's actually playing a balloon deck, so I don't want to clump up all my troops just in case he's playing freeze. There we go, he actually is playing freeze. So now that we know that he's playing balloon and freeze, we really want to be careful using our Musketeer only on defense because that's basically our only air targeting troop. So still getting quite a bit of constant chip damage on his tower. And we're about to cycle to our Musketeer. And I also forgot that we can use our Inferno Tower against his balloon. But I want to be careful that I don't place both my Inferno Tower and Musketeer together, or else he can freeze it. So we're going to start off with Musketeer in the back again, and maybe he'll rush us with Elite Barbs. He actually does, and we take out that really easily, and we're going to send in our Miner, and hopefully he'll be able to tank for our minions. He actually has to arrow, so we know he has arrows to counter our minions. So now that his tower is down to 610, I think if we play 2 logs and a rocket, that should be able to take out his tower. And let's see if he freezes here or not. It doesn't look like it, so we are going to play our Musketeer. And since he froze our Musketeer, we are going to have to play our minions. But his balloon still gets 1 hit off. So we're going to send in our Miner and see if we can take his tower down to rocket range. And that's perfect. So a rocket will be able to take it out. And all we need to do now is just defend and send in a rocket when he places something. There we go. We're going to rocket that since we need to rocket it to win the game anyways. And just 9 seconds left. Let's see if we can get our Inferno Tower up. And there we go. We defended that. So we take that game. Pretty easy match for us because we had a lot of air targeting troops actually. But now that we're 7-1 or 7-2, we're gonna hop into another battle, and let's see if we can face like a beatdown deck with Giant or Golem, because control decks are supposed to be really strong against them. And taking a while to find a match. Okay, there we go. And we start with Musketeer, so I think we want to start off with that instead of Ice Golem, since Ice Golems can drag units to the opposite lane. And he decides to play Bowler, which does counter our offensive troop pretty well. So we're going to use our miner to distract that Bowler and see if our Musketeer can take it out. So we log that, and it is able to take out that Electro Wizard. And perfect. He's playing a giant deck. So our Inferno Tower counters that perfectly, and our minions are going to take out his Bowler. He's already throwing out the good game. I'm not sure if he has like Zap or Lightning. I'm guessing he does because most beatdown decks do, just in case their opponent has an Inferno Tower. But I'm going the opposite lane because I don't really want to defend against that Bowler and then going for a push. So it looks like he's trying to save up for that Giant. There's that Giant. And we need to take care of all of his supporting troops. So we're not going to place our Inferno Tower this time. So our Musketeer and minions are able to clean his push up pretty well. But he's actually carrying a Lightning in his deck. So he is ahead in terms of damage, but we're going to go in for this miner for some more chip damage. And since he's been defending with skeletons, we're going to send in that prediction log. Doesn't hit anything, but we're gonna ignore that Electro Wizard for now because he's going for our left tower anyways. And there's the skeletons. We're gonna send in a miner and a log. And I'm gonna rocket this since that'll damage his Bowler and also kill off that Mega Minion. And I'm going to defend this right side with our Ice Golem so that can translate into a push with our miner. And he actually uses his Giant to tank for our miner, which is interesting because he's been going for our left side the whole time. And our minions counter that pretty well, but he actually puts his Electro Wizard right behind. So we're going to use our rocket. And it actually hits his Bowler that he just placed down. So that was a really valuable rocket. So I know that he has a Lightning. So we need to get some damage onto his tower. Musketeer actually locks on, taking his tower down to 664. So I think if we can get one more miner to his tower, we can rocket his tower for the game. And that was a pretty bad rocket on my part. Didn't kill his Electro Wizard. But if we can send in our miner here and a log, that should be able to take his tower down low enough for a rocket. There we go. Just save up for that rocket. Send it in and also throw him the good game. So as you can see, we were able to beat that Giant beatdown deck pretty well with our Inferno Tower. And I'm going to play 1 or 2 more matches this video. And still taking a little bit of time to search for an opponent because we're at 8 wins. Let's see, there you go. And our starting hand, we don't have a Musketeer, so we're just going to send in our miner. And since he does play Barbarian, we're actually going to play our miner right on that. And hopefully that'll stop a couple waves. So we're going to use our Musketeer to defend against all of those Barbarians. And I'm not sure what his main win condition is. Usually when they're playing Barbarian Hut, you can sometimes see them use a Graveyard with that, but we're gonna rocket that just to get some early damage in. And also send in our miner. So already we have our his tower down to about 1800. And I think our musketeer should be able to reach that barbarian hut if we place her right here. Okay, so there's his barbarian, and we're gonna use our knight and musketeer right there, and hopefully we can kill off those barbarians and that musketeer will lock on. He actually uses his ice golem to distract, and also we logged away that electro wizard, so musketeer does end up locking onto that barbarian hut. So that musketeer stayed alive for a long time, destroying that barbarian hut and also all of his barbarians. So we supported that with our miner and got his tower down to 1177. I'm still not sure what his main win condition is. I really don't think it's his barbarian hut because that's not really a consistent way to get damage on your opponent's tower. And I was tempted to rocket that, but I kind of want to save our rocket for offense. And there's that graveyard, as I predicted. One of the skeletons actually goes to our king tower and activates that. He only gets our tower down to 2000, so looking pretty good still. We have his tower down to 629, so let's see. We're going to rocket that, see if we can get some really good value. It did miss the minions, but still we killed that electro wizard. And he placed a really nice prediction, preemptive poison to kill off our minions. But still, as you can see, that knight is doing a really great job tanking up those skeletons. And I think that's another reason that knight has been doing really well in the meta. It's really good against those heavy cards like Executioner, but then also it's really good at defending against Graveyard. So we were able to keep up the pressure pretty well in that match, so he was only able to play his Graveyard like 2 or 3 times. And let's go ahead and play one more battle, see if we can get to 10 wins in this video. I haven't played a Hog Cycle deck with this Miner Control deck yet, and Hog Cycle can generally beat Miner Control because it can just cycle way faster than you can to your Inferno Tower. So let's try to figure out what deck he's playing from the start. We can only really play Miner because I don't really want to start out with minions. And also by doing this we can see what his counter is. So he's actually playing Dark Prince, which I have no idea what deck right now is playing Dark Prince. Maybe that one Golem Beatdown deck, but okay, so he's played Tombstone, Dark Prince, and Arrows. So I think he actually is playing that Beatdown deck with Golem and Balloon and Rage. Okay, he's actually playing Lava Hound. So Lava Hound, Dark Prince, really interesting. And I'm going to play Miner just to see if we can force out some cards. And we're going to also use our Knight to distract, so our Musketeer can get a few more shots off onto that Lava Hound. And place our Ice Golem right here, and that does tank up for his Dark Prince. And minions will clean that up. Any arrows, so I don't want to play my Miner yet. I still don't know if he's playing Balloon. I feel like most people using Lava Hound right now are playing Balloon. But about to hit 10 elixirs, so we're going to send in our Miner. And looks like he's just going to ignore that and let his skeletons deal with my Miner. But we still got some really solid damage onto his tower. And oops, I accidentally placed my Musketeer on the wrong lane. So that's actually a pretty big mistake. So I placed my knight in front, so maybe it'll force out some cards, like his Dark Prince right there. But he does have Balloon, and we're going to use our Musketeer. See if we can take out that Balloon. And Balloon gets one hit on our tower. And we're going to use our minions. So that one Musketeer misplay did cost us quite a bit of damage. But hopefully we can still pull off this win. He's actually playing Inferno Dragon. And we're going to have to rocket this here. And oh no, that Balloon is going to make it to our tower. And I think this is game. He takes out our tower. There's only 8 seconds left, so there's nothing really we can do. So let's throw out that good game. And since we did lose one game, I'm going to open that Grand Challenge chest, and hopefully we'll get something. And I want to check out this deck that we just played against. So it's really interesting. Lava Hound, Inferno Dragon, and Balloon. And also that Dark Prince. So let's open this up really quickly. Get some Rage, Clones, and 472 Zaps. That's pretty good, even though Zap just got nerfed. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and we did go 4 wins or 3 wins in a row and then 1 loss. But anyways, be sure to check out this deck. I'm not sure who made it, but I did get it from Surgical Goblin. I'm not sure if he was the creator, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next Clash Royale video.